Knowledge is a key driving force in the workforce and academic matters. In this information era, knowledge organization carries on with the old, new, and evolved issues and challenges, bringing in new trends in knowledge organization. Today I will talk about trends, issues, challenges in knowledge organization. To start this presentation, I will read Melanie Galland's quote. Knowledge is power, but it has little value unless it can be easily accessed and put into practice. So before I begin, I commonly see two classifications when I think about knowledge management. First, the organization of information sources that relates more to library work. And second, the organization of knowledge coming from the experiences of the people, especially the experienced professionals. So that's how I see knowledge management. And now I will present the issues, challenges, and trends of knowledge organization in four areas. I believe you are familiar to, at the very least, most of them. First is the administration and management, specifically administration, management, and work execution. So there are multiple challenges when it comes to management and administration. So working with higher ups, for example, when it comes to funding, support, and leadership, is a common challenge for many librarians. What happens sometimes is they may vocally express support for the library, such as upgrades and more resources, but they fail to allocate budget. So many librarians have shared challenging experiences regarding this area. In small Philippine libraries, even in some big ones, the administration may have minimal support to libraries when financial matters are involved. Next would be delivering tangible business benefits that support organizational objectives and priorities. So according to Stan Garfield, it is a challenge because knowledge management can sometimes be disconnected from the overall business goals. In private institutions, it is not viewed as delivering value to the business. They don't see value about it even if it may have value. Thus, it also in turn results to less support from higher ups. Next would be motivating people to share, innovate, reuse, and collaborate and learn. When doing knowledge management, people commonly say that they don't have time. They don't know what is expected of them, and that leaders don't expect them to actually perform knowledge management task. So the immediate value of knowledge management is not seen. It's really defining compelling use cases, clearly showing the advantages over existing alternatives and answering the question, what's in it for me? If knowledge management is applied, higher ups can have vague requests that do not move toward proper knowledge management. So the article I read suggests specific and measurable goals and metrics. So both the administration and employees can also lack initiative when integrating knowledge management practices into the system or workflows. Aside from that, people are resistant to change, and employing technology in an organization will be a huge challenge. Next should be the user-related concerns. Getting people to openly ask for help is a challenge in two matters. First, for users. Many people are reluctant to ask for help, but in current libraries, it isn't as much a problem since the roaming librarian can assist students already. It already exists. So the second part concerns the knowledge organization of the entire company. Some employees would rather choose to suffer in silence than expose their ignorance to be criticized blame or ridicule. Sometimes they just make assumptions and just do based on unverified assumptions. And proper knowledge management requires sharing and collaboration. So making useful information easily findable. So sometimes library users or employees will have a hard time searching in the library and in online databases. At times, navigating the online database can be complex, especially if it's partnered with lack of awareness. For example, does a search engine know what the user means by jaguar? Is it the car jaguar? Is it the animal jaguar, or is it the plain jaguar? So anyhow, this challenge is not a new problem. SRA and R. Ranganathan had been advocating it in the laws of library science. And also librarians have been doing orientations. Next is miscataloguing and determining end-user behavior as a challenge. So it relates to using natural language and controlled vocabulary. End users may look at information in ways that information professionals do not expect. Also, determining end user behavior is also a challenge when it comes to improving the physical and online environment to serve the user. Communicating by pull and opt-in, not by push. Organizations want to push information out to audiences. So leaders regularly send lengthy email messages and newsletters to people who don't read them. So the suggestion in the article is to make it attractive for people to pull content for themselves. The third area is technology. So balancing people, process, and technology components. Sometimes the administration would immediately employ a technology that does not fit with the current processes. So it happened during my tenure once, and the article suggests to start with the needs of the organization and not finding a use for a tool already bought. So another challenge caused by technology relates to the online environment. Through the internet, there is an exponential increase in information creation regularly. It results in greater amount of access points, multilingual information systems, many information systems, and the development of the semantic web. Those all is a challenge and opportunity for knowledge organization. One example would be interoperability, which is a challenge because multitudes of databases can differ in structure, domain, and language. So augmenting and automating processes using analytics, computing, and related techniques. So analytics can enable faster decision making, optimizing processes, analysis of trends and patterns, effective communication, and improvement in performance. So cognitive computing and artificial intelligence enables simulations to address complex situations, enhancing problem solving for faster, effective decision making. It can also help delegate repetitive tasks to AI. Someday AI are going to replace a lot of jobs, and it already started replacing many jobs. Now, other challenges related to knowledge organization and its technology would be maintenance, technology fatigue, and possible complexity. The fourth area is on education. On teaching the knowledge organization subject, here are the following trends: balancing AECR2 and RDA coverage, questioning the need for teaching and original cataloging. So it considers whether to teach traditional cataloging when many bibliographic records are already available online. This also wonders how to fit the advanced technology-related factors such as database administration, taxonomy development, and XML-based metadata schema into the current already packed LIS curriculum. So teaching linked data and the semantic web to MLIS students. So the paper considered that MLIS students should have a firm grasp of interconnections between information organization and information technology, especially as users now begin their research on the web rather than the library. Even me, a librarian visits the internet first. So, and it's very convenient. Next would be language technologies for knowledge organization relating to AI. It looks at the factors that humans use words and symbols to communicate, which can be too wordy, and the paper explained that textual data are prone to problematic properties that impede data accessibility, comprehension, and meaningful use. So it relates to different languages all over the world. It asks questions on how to combine human and artificial intelligence to facilitate and complement traditional knowledge organization activities. So the author believes that it is crucial for MLIS graduates to be aware of the state of the art in the language technologies, their capabilities, and inherent limitations.